Welcome to this video learning session. When you complete the session, you will be able to identify task patterns and add them to a work breakdown structure. In this session, you'll learn about task patterns and why they are important, how to identify and use task patterns, and how you can use Microsoft Project to show task patterns. Tasks in a work breakdown structure must be arranged in a logical sequence called a task pattern. We'll review three basic task patterns: dependent tasks, multiple successor tasks, and multiple predecessor tasks. You can recognize task patterns by studying the key words in the task statement. Words like first, next, when, and then are examples of action words that identify specific patterns. Let's start with an example of dependent tasks. The statement, do task 1, then do task 2, describes dependent tasks that must be completed one after the other, like a relay race. The statement, when task 2 is finished, start two tasks, task 3 and task 4, describes multiple successor tasks that can both start as soon as task 2 is finished. The statement, when tasks 5 and 6 are done, start task 7, indicates that task 7 is a multiple predecessor task, because it can't start until two or more previous tasks all are completed. Want to test yourself? See if you can identify the tasks on the screen. You can pause each slide to think about your response. When you click the play button, the answer will appear on the next screen. Now let's return to the software launch project. This time, we highlighted the action words instead of the tasks. We'll use the action words to identify predecessor tasks. For example, the initial statement is, first, reserve the meeting room. This task starts the project, so there are no predecessor tasks. Then, order the marketing materials and brief the managers. These two tasks can start as soon as task 1 is finished. so this is a multiple successor task pattern. After the briefings, send out customer emails and burn sample DVDs. These two tasks also are multiple successor tasks that both can start as soon as task 3 is done. When the emails are sent and the DVDs are ready, load the new software. Task 6, load the new software, requires multiple predecessors. Both Task 4 and Task 5 must be complete before Task 6 can start. Notice how the table shows both tasks as predecessors. When the marketing materials have arrived and the software is ready, do a dress rehearsal. Here is another task with multiple predecessors. The dress rehearsal cannot take place until Task 2 and Task 6 have both been completed, as the table shows. Microsoft Project can analyze a work breakdown structure and display task patterns. Here is a simple example. Here is a very simple project statement. Do Task A. When Task A is done, do Tasks B and C. When Tasks B and C are done, do Task D. This is the work breakdown structure for the project. Notice that Task 1 is a predecessor for Tasks 2 and 3, and that Task 4 cannot start until Tasks 2 and 3 both are done. The horizontal bar chart is called a Gantt chart. You'll learn more about charts in another session. This is a work breakdown structure we created earlier in the session. Now we'll enter the data into Microsoft Project. As we highlight the tasks, the Gantt chart will show the patterns. Here is how the chart shows multiple successor tasks and another multiple successor pattern, a multiple predecessor pattern, and one more multiple predecessor pattern. When we're done, we see a graphical model of all the tasks and patterns. In this session, you learned about task patterns and why they are important, how to identify and use task patterns, and how you can use Microsoft Project to show task patterns. For more information, you can refer to the textbook or your student study tool. Now it's your turn to apply your skills and check your work. For background information, tasks to complete, and sample answers, go to the Management Information Systems CourseMate at www.cengagebrain.com. Select this text and navigate to the video learning sessions. Thanks for attending this video learning session.